The white knee tarantula, Acanthoscoria geniculata, is one of the most visually stunning and popular tarantula species among hobbyists. Known for its striking black body with bright white or cream-colored bands on its legs, it has become a favorite choice for both novice and experienced keepers. But the big question many newcomers ask is, are white knee tarantulas good for beginners? In this video, we'll explore the temperament, care requirements, pros and cons, and overall suitability of the white knee tarantula as a first pet. Native to Brazil's tropical rainforests, the white knee tarantula is a large terrestrial species. Adults can reach leg spans of 6 to 7 inches, 15 to 18 centimeters, making them a sizable but manageable tarantula for most hobbyists. Their bold coloration, jet black legs with white bands, and a dark carapace makes them one of the most visually attractive tarantulas available in the pet trade. When it comes to temperament, the white knee tarantula is often described as moderately defensive. They're not as docile as some beginner species like the Chilean rosehair, Grammostola rosia, or the curly hair, Teleotacata albopolosus, but they're not extremely aggressive either. White knees tend to be quite active and curious, exploring their enclosure regularly. This can be exciting for keepers who want a visible, lively tarantula. However, this activity level sometimes translates into faster movements and a quicker reaction to perceived threats. They will often adopt a threat posture if provoked, rearing up to display their fangs. Unlike some more defensive species, they may also flick urticating hairs when disturbed. These tiny barbed hairs can irritate human skin and eyes, so care should be taken when cleaning their enclosure or handling. While many white knee tarantulas can be tolerant of gentle handling, this species is generally not recommended for frequent handling, especially for beginners who might be nervous or inexperienced. Their speed and defensive instincts mean accidental bites or hair flicking can happen. One of the reasons the white knee tarantula is recommended for beginners, despite its temperament, is its hardiness and adaptability. They are fairly resilient to minor mistakes in care, which is an important consideration for new keepers. Housing a 5 to 10 gallon enclosure is sufficient. They require good ventilation, a substrate depth of 3 to 4 inches to allow some burrowing, and a hide where they can retreat. Temperature, they thrive in temperatures between 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 to 29 degrees Celsius. Humidity, moderate humidity around 65 to 75% mimics their tropical environment, but overwatering should be avoided to prevent mold or mites. Feeding, white knees are enthusiastic eaters and readily accept crickets, roaches, and other appropriately sized insects. Juveniles may need feeding 2 to 3 times per week, adults around once a week. Because they create silk-lined retreats but are not prolific webbers like some arboreal species, their enclosure maintenance is straightforward. Pros of owning a white knee tarantula. Striking appearance, their beautiful coloration makes them a standout species in any collection. Hardy and resilient, they tolerate beginner mistakes better than some delicate species. Active and visible, for keepers who enjoy watching their pets move around and explore, this species delivers. Moderate size, large enough to appreciate, but manageable in terms of enclosure and feeding. Relatively long lifespan, females can live up to 15 years, offering a long-term companion. Cons of owning a white knee tarantula. Of defensive temperament, not as calm as classic beginner tarantulas, they can bite or flick hairs if stressed. Handling risks. Their speed and defensive nature mean handling can be risky, especially for novices. Urticating hairs. Hair flicking can cause irritation and should be taken seriously. Activity level. Their constant movement might stress some owners looking for a more sedentary pet. Is the white knee tarantula right for beginners? The answer depends largely on your expectations, patience, and willingness to learn. If you want a visually impressive tarantula that is fairly hardy and you're comfortable respecting its limits, the white knee can be a great first pet. However, if you're looking for a very docile, calm tarantula that tolerates frequent handling, species like the Chilean rosehair or curly hair might be better choices. White knees require an understanding that their defensive behavior is natural and that interactions should be limited to minimize stress for both spider and keeper. Tips for beginner keepers of white knee tarantulas. Avoid frequent handling. Admire them mostly in their enclosure. Use gloves or tools when cleaning to avoid contact with urticating hairs. Provide a secure enclosure with a good hide to reduce stress. Keep the environment stable. Avoid sudden changes in temperature or humidity. Learn to read your tarantula's body language to avoid provoking defensive responses. The white knee tarantula is a beautiful, hardy, and active species that can be suitable for beginners with a bit of experience and confidence. While not as docile as some classic beginner species, their durability and captivating presence make them a rewarding pet for those willing to respect their temperament and care needs. If you appreciate their fiery personality and are prepared to manage their defensive behaviors responsibly, the white knee tarantula can be a fantastic and long-lived addition to your arachnid collection.